Hi. I decided to try something different today, which is go live because I was live on TikTok and I said let me switch over while I try to do this. But I don't know. This is my safe space. So I can just say how I feel and don't know if nobody's here or not. Isn't that cool? But I was like, you know what? I want to track some things while I sit here and do my makeup and get ready because I literally have like 30 minutes and I gotta go. I gotta walk the dog. Gotta walk you. Gotta walk the dog. This, this, this. Okay, I'm back. Good. So I'm ready to make a run really quick, and I'm just doing my makeup backwards. But sometimes I words have power, and I know they do. All right, but I was just sitting here thinking, and something was like, just go live, and here I am with you guys. Sometimes I like, man, what made me gonna go live because I was already live on TikTok, but I was just thinking, having thoughts as I go through my mind while I'm getting ready. I was like, you know what? I was like, sometimes I wish I was a quitter, right? Because I said, I just feel like venting and I want to vent. And I was like, oh, well, you don't know if anybody's up because I never done it, right? In the morning. And I was like, sitting here. And I'm like, I was like, I'm going to invite you guys into my thoughts today. Hi, Samara. Oh, look, I didn't know nobody was going to be here. And I was like, I want to invite people into my brains today, and I don't care how it goes. But today I was in here and I was like, sometimes I wish I was a quitter because it is so much that goes into a lot of the things that you do when you want to do something and when you want things to go your way, when you know, when you believe in yourself so much and you just believe in stuff and you just have things that you want. Like, I don't know about nobody else, but today I'm like, I want to be just to the point in life where I don't have to worry about having the money to renew my tags, you know, bills being paid on time, being debt free. I'm like, I don't even have to travel 30 million times a year. I'll settle to travel at least once or twice a year. But I just want to get to, I'm just like, I just want to get to a point where in life, I just can wake up with ease. And I'm not saying that I don't wake up with ease, right? So don't judge me. I'm letting you in my brain, right? And I'm not saying that because I gotta hurry up and I'm freaking doing my makeup backwards. And I'm not saying that I don't wake up with ease because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just venting. And I was like, sometimes I wish I was a quitter because here it is now. I've been pondering on things and I'm like, there's something I need to do and I have to push past no judgment. I hear, I understand. See, I've never done it live, so I don't know where the comments go, but thank you, Samara. Oh, I see him. And I'm like, I don't wanna like I'm trying to describe it. It's something that I need to do to I've been sitting here thinking and I'm always coming up with like a million ways to do something, a thousand things to do. 1,000 different ideas, different stuff like that. And I'm like, I wish I was a quitter, because it's like I keep doing all of this stuff, and it's like, girl, you got to see what's going to pop off, right? And in the midst of me still trying to see what's going to pop off, I think what really triggered this thought this morning is because I said, can you do more? Is there more you're doing? And Candace, are you applying every hour in the 24 hours that you're given? Do anybody know what I'm talking about? I don't even know, but and I said I have to do more, because I'm like, I have big dreams. I don't know nobody else, but I dream big. I dream big to the point where as though I can't even lie, and I got somewhere to go. And I hope I don't start getting teary eyed, but I dream so big to where as though it scares the shit out of me. And I don't even know if I can curse on here, but that's just where I'm at this morning. And I'm like, there's something that I want to do, and I'm just trying to figure out why. You ever have something that you know you want to do, that you need to do, but I feel like there's something holding me back from doing it. And I don't know what that something is. And I don't know if it's a, hey, here goes another idea you're about to you're about to put out to the world, and you have to see and wait for people to catch on to it. Or if it's the, hey, I don't know if I really want to do it, because of just the work of just pushing. And so I said, you know what? I'm not working. This is what I do. So I said, I'm going to come. Been wanting to do it, but I was like, I'm going to come and start to share, because I was been told, it's like, why don't you share the process and what it is that you go, like, why don't you just share more? And I'm like, I do. I usually just share it. I usually do, but here it is. I don't know, but I felt like this. So whenever the spirit tells me to go live, I'm going to freaking go live. So I'm just like, here it is. I don't know. I have to push everything. And so I'm trying to decide. I'm going to do a plan where I'm going to dedicate a certain amount of days. I want to do a 90-day plan, but I don't even really want to do 90 days, right? I don't even want it to be a 90-day plan. I don't know, because there's so many other things that I need to do. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I wish I was a quitter, because quitting would be so much easier than than doing it. I'm like, maybe I need to just go back to working, because chasing and going after what you want and what you want in life, maybe that'll be easier if I'm back working for somebody, right? And I'm like, the one thing that I miss is something that I've learned, that really what the job really provides is that security of just knowing you have a guaranteed income every week, every 2 weeks, or something like that. And I'm like, maybe it'll just be easier just to go back to work. Maybe it'll be easier just to go back to work like you've been doing, working on your dreams and your goals, versus coming up with a new product, versus scouting businesses and different people that I like to work with and people that I want to shine a light on. It's like, maybe it would just be easy if I was a quitter, because this is the most, throughout my whole everything, this is the most that I've had to, and I'm going to try not to get choked up, because I feel like I'm about to get choked up. And I got somewhere to go. And I got to walk the dog and then get on the road. And I'm like, maybe it'll just be easier if I was a quitter, or if I worked for somebody, because it was like, well, at least if you work for somebody, you'll have that steady income coming in. Of course, you know, girl, like you've done that before. You've done it. I don't have a problem doing it. Now, let's stop there. I don't have a problem with doing that either. But it's like, at the end of the day, that's not really what I want to do. And I'm just in a place where I'm tired and I don't want to have to do what I don't want to do. I wake up every day. I have peace. I'm not really like stressed out. Even with me saying this, I know you probably like somebody probably like, well, shit, she got to be stressed out. I'm not stressed out. This is why it's so confusing because this is the most like this year is the year that I've really had to hunker in and rely on God the most for everything. And I mean for everything. And I mean for everything, right? And I'm just like, y'all, I don't know if nobody knows, but to have to rely on God for everything and you know what your bills look like, you knows what your bank account look like, and just trusting, because faith is what? Believing in what you can't see, right? Having that, but just really relying. And I'm not gonna lie, he show up. Yo, and this is why I'm saying it's so confusing. He's shown up. And he's constantly showing up. I was just telling somebody the other day. Oh, I was telling my friend. I was like, girl, here it is. I didn't know how I was going to be eating. I'm like, I didn't know how things were going to look because I didn't have income. I'm like, girl, here it is. I don't know what I'm going to be eating. I was like, and now I got food in my refrigerator, but now I got to get back to the nerve of wanting to cook it. And we laughed. And I'm like, you feel me? And she like, yeah. So I'm like, here it is. I look around my whole situation and I see where God is just in it. And I've had to hunker down. I lost my best friend. I'm still processing that. Whenever I would get in a moment of needing the lifeline or needing that extra push, that was my person. So now in this whole year, since she's passed, but really this year I had to hunker in and push myself and breathe life into myself. And I'm like, yo, sometimes I just wish I was a quitter because I've also stepped into the space of owning who I am. Like really owning who I am, knowing that I'm great, knowing what I'm good at, knowing what I offer in all areas of life. And I was talking to one of my friends and he's like, one of my walking angels that I talk about on the show on Wednesdays. Well, what is it that you do? And tell me about it. And I'm telling them about it, letting them see what I do. And I said, because there are different things out here, people and stuff that can get grants and that'll apply for grants and grants will be given. But, I'm a sole proprietorship. So I'm a sole proprietorship because I went with being a sole proprietorship, which means like I fund everything out of my own pocket. Every donation is out of my pocket. Every giveaway I've ever had, everything is out of my own pocket. So I didn't want to, I used to also work for the state, checking to see if your businesses were in good standing and stuff like that. And I didn't want to have it ever say, whenever you Google or you go check the Better Business stuff, you check and you see where it says Candy Coated Secrets not in good standing. I don't want that. I don't want that for me. So I start with where I am. I don't want that for me. That's not what I want. So now I'm like, I had been going back and forth yesterday and I was like trying to decide if I wanted to just go out there and get the LLC just to start building like the business credit, because with regular credit and business credit is two different credit. Believe it or not, the business credit score is lower than the regular credit score. I think you need like an 80 or something. And I'm like, well, maybe I can do that. And I can go, and I'm like, maybe I can do that, get the grant, apply for grants and all that. But then I was like, now